What if I told you there's a whole field of science dedicated to upgrading your mind like you'd upgrade your smartphone? Most people have no idea that psychotechnologies exist, let alone how they could completely transform the way you think, feel, and perform in life. I'm talking about real, scientifically backed methods that can literally rewire your brain for better emotional control, sharper focus, and deeper self awareness. This isn't some mystical concept or new age fluff. These are proven cognitive tools that researchers and peak performers have been using for decades. You know that feeling when you're stuck in the same negative thought patterns, reacting emotionally to situations you wish you could handle better, or feeling like your mind is working against you instead of for you? What I'm about to share with you addresses exactly that. And by the end of this video, you'll understand not just what psychotechnologies are, but how they can become your secret weapon for mental mastery. So, what exactly is a psychotechnology? Think of it as any systematic method or tool designed to enhance your psychological functioning. Just like we use physical technology to make our lives easier and more efficient, psychotechnologies do the same thing for your mind and emotions. The term itself combines psychology with technology, but we're not necessarily talking about gadgets or apps here. We're talking about structured techniques that tap into your brain's natural ability to change and adapt. This process is called neuroplasticity, and it's one of the most exciting discoveries in modern neuroscience. Your brain is constantly reshaping itself based on what you think, feel, and do. Psychotechnologies simply give you the tools to direct that reshaping process intentionally. Instead of letting random experiences and reactions sculpt your neural pathways, you become the architect of your own mind. Let me give you some examples that might surprise you. Meditation is probably the most well-known psychotechnology. When you meditate regularly, you're literally training specific neural networks in your brain. Brain scans show that consistent meditation practice increases gray matter in areas responsible for emotional regulation and self-awareness, while reducing activity in the amygdala, your brain's alarm system. But meditation is just the beginning. Biofeedback is another fascinating psychotechnology where you use real-time data about your body's functions to learn conscious control over typically unconscious processes. Imagine being able to lower your heart rate or reduce muscle tension just by watching a monitor and learning to influence those signals. Cognitive behavioral techniques are psychotechnologies too. These are systematic methods for identifying and changing thought patterns that create emotional distress or unwanted behaviors. When you learn to catch negative thoughts and reframe them, you're using a psychotechnology for behavior modification. Here's where it gets really interesting for personal growth seekers like yourself. Many of the challenges you face, whether it's managing stress, improving relationships, or breaking through limiting beliefs, can be addressed more effectively when you understand them through the lens of psychotechnologies. Take emotional intelligence, for example. This isn't just a natural talent some people are born with. It's a skill that can be developed using specific psychological tools and training methods. You can learn to recognize emotional patterns in yourself and others, regulate your emotional responses, and communicate more effectively. If you're someone who's tried various self-help approaches but felt like you were missing something deeper, psychotechnologies might be that missing piece. They give you the underlying mechanisms behind why certain practices work and how to apply them more strategically. One of the most powerful aspects of psychotechnologies is how they work with your brain's natural learning systems. Your subconscious mind is constantly processing information and forming patterns, often without your conscious awareness. Psychotechnologies help you access and influence these deeper levels of mental processing. For instance, if you've ever wondered why you keep attracting the same type of relationship problems or why certain triggers always set you off emotionally, psychotechnologies can help you trace these patterns back to their source and rewire them at the neurological level. The beauty of this approach is that it's both scientific and practical. You're not just hoping that positive thinking will magically change your life. You're using evidence-based methods that create measurable changes in your brain structure and function. Consciousness studies have shown us that different states of awareness can be cultivated intentionally. Whether you want to access deeper creativity, improve your problem-solving abilities, or develop greater self-awareness, there are specific psychotechnologies designed for each goal. Mental training techniques used by elite athletes and high performers are perfect examples of psychotechnologies in action. Visualization, mental rehearsal, and attention training aren't just motivational exercises. They're sophisticated methods for programming your nervous system for peak performance. What makes psychotechnologies so effective is that they work with your mind's natural plasticity rather than against it. Instead of fighting your current patterns, you're giving your brain new, more beneficial patterns to follow. If you're dealing with stress management issues, there are psychotechnologies specifically designed to help you develop better self regulation. These techniques teach you how to shift your nervous system from a reactive state to a more balanced, responsive state. The applications are endless. Whether you want to enhance your cognitive performance, heal from past trauma, improve your relationships, or simply feel more in control of your inner world, there's likely a psychotechnology that can help. What I find most exciting about this field is how it bridges the gap between ancient wisdom and modern science. Many traditional practices like yoga, meditation, and contemplative traditions were actually early forms of psychotechnologies. Now we have the scientific understanding to explain why they work and how to optimize them. The key is finding the right combination of techniques that work for your specific goals and learning style. Some people respond better to movement based practices, others to cognitive approaches, and still others to more experiential methods. As you explore this field, remember that consistency is crucial. Just like physical exercise, the benefits of psychological training compound over time. The neural changes that create lasting transformation happen gradually through regular practice. If this concept resonates with you and you want to learn more about specific psychotechnologies you can start using today, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'll be sharing detailed breakdowns of the most effective techniques for emotional mastery, relationship improvement, and personal transformation. And if you found this helpful, share it with someone who's been struggling with feeling stuck or overwhelmed. Understanding that there are systematic ways to upgrade your mental functioning can be incredibly empowering for anyone on a growth journey. The future of personal development isn't about willpower or hoping things will change. It's about understanding your mind as a system that can be optimized using the right tools and techniques. Psychotechnologies give you those tools.